Alright, so I wanted to go over my idea for this Beyond the Ice Wall map that I created. It is a fictional map, but it is based off of many conspiracy theories and just ideas about the nature of the universe that I thought were very interesting. And so I made it into an ice wall map. And so it's a really complicated subject, but the Prague astronomical clock, people have a theory about this, that it actually shows a reflection of the moon, and that the moon shows our continents. It reflects back to us the continents that are outside of our known region of Earth, and that the Prague astronomical clock rotates in a clockwise function, and it's showing the ice wall ring that eventually goes around the entire world, not just our continents. It melts the rest of the continents that are currently under ice. But I had an idea of what if... Okay, so this, you're probably really confused. So there's, in our area of Earth, there is the sun and the moon. And the sun is connected through the firmament with a magnetic tie to the North Pole. So what if that North Pole is moving? And that means, and this has been scientifically proven actually, that the North Pole has slowly been moving from northern Canada up to Siberia. So that means that the magnetic North Pole can change, and that also affects where the sun is located according to these theories, that the sun is magnetically tied to the North Pole. So if the sun is rotating around in a clockwise function over all the land, that would mean that it is melting a new area of land. And so my idea was, what if there was like 3 other suns in the 4 corners of the world, and in the 3 other corners? What if there were more suns over there, and there was another ice wall ring, and there were 4 of them, sort of like a clover leaf, and there were other lands out there? So that was my idea for the map. And so I was just writing this all down yesterday, and I have the top part, which is Earth, and that is the second age of life, of humanity. This is like my whole theory on the universe. It's not something I believe, but it's just like, what if it's so crazy? Like, this is just kind of an explanation. Then on the left, I call it the water ring, or the plane, and that is the first age of humanity. Things are sort of prehistoric and primordial, and humans are kind of, some of them are on land, some of them are still like amphibians, and there's dinosaurs and stuff. And then over on the right, we have the fire ring, and this is when things start to get real, and something happens with humanity where hell starts to open up from the ground and all the demons come out, and then humans are then granted mysterious abilities that they have sort of... This is the third age of mankind, so they've sort of progressed as a species, and they've become worthy of being given superpowers to fight back the evil. But you know, you always have a choice, and you can choose to fight on the side of good against the demons, or you can turn to the dark side and you can kill your fellow human. And so that is like that whole age of humanity, and they must get through that stage and fight the evil. And then everything rotates all the way back down to the bottom, which is the wind realm. This is like the 4 elements: water, earth, fire, and wind. And so in this place, things are more ethereal, and humans have become sort of gods, like the Greek gods and Romans, like Zeus and all them. And their superpowers have gotten so powerful that they've become like gods, and they built a utopian city with a Frutiger arrow aesthetic, and things are really good. And they built a huge city on this Pangea continent, and beings from all around the universe come here. It's kind of like Coruscant from Star Wars, and things are pretty good there. Like, there's a few remnants of evil there, but it's pretty much a utopian city. And then humans are just extremely powerful, and they're ready for the next stage of existence. And then you get into the center of everything, and this is sort of like heaven, or Agartha, the true mystical ethereal realm, where you pass into the next plane of existence, but you first must go through the 4 stages of mankind. And it's sort of a scripture, like, this is the script for this dimension. This is how humans must progress, and then so I didn't explain this before, but the water realm is for like new souls. They're just born and then they die, but then they're reincarnated and they live in each realm for about 25,000 years, and then they go into the earth realm where everything's more grounded, but humans are still like killing each other and they're at war with each other and things aren't great and we're taking advantage of each other. Then we get into the fire realm. We must get together and fight back against the demons. In the wind realm, we're victorious and we're living our final years on earth, just having a good time. And then we go up to heaven, and then we go to the next plane of existence and explore the universe. But this video game is just going to be about this area of everything. It's gonna be huge, and so I just want to get that down, this idea, because I think people are confused about this map that I made, and this is just kind of to explain it a little bit more, but I'm sure there will be so many more questions, and I will keep posting videos to explain this in a better way, and I'll have like animations too to show what I'm talking about. But yeah, that was pretty much it. So if you thought it was interesting, you want to hear more about this in the future, make sure to subscribe. Also, if you're someone who wants to help out with this awesome video game that I'm making, come join my Discord. The link is in my bio.